Again.
What are we on now? Is my mic on?
Mics are on. I took care of that while we were waiting.
Good deal.
And we are on number 18 as
18. The magic board says.
As the magic clacker says.
18. We're rapidly moving in on that number 20, bud.
Yeah, man. And 150 people now?
Yeah. Skyrocketing.
There's 150. Thank you. Each and every one of you.
150 followers. And we love you all 150 of you.
In your own special way.
Dozens of people.
We got scores.
We got what?
We have scores.
We have scores now, yes.
How
many is the score?
20.
A score is 20?
Score is 20. Anybody, am I wrong? Score is 20.
I believe, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure.
I'll take it for me.
I disagree, but I don't know enough to correct you.
I thought a score was like 14 years.
No. Score is 20.
Okay.
So I'm pretty secure on that. But I've been wrong before.
How you doing?
I'm well.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good.
And your own self.
Doing good. Kid had a good weekend.
The beast.
The beast, yeah. She's a badass, man. She had a big national conference this weekend.
Moved up in weight class.
Came in third. She had because there was nobody in her weight class, so she had no choice but to move up a weight class. So she's at 136, and she was wrestling 140. Well, 145.
Okay.
And all girls.
All girls.
Yeah. Still came in third. Got a medal and everything. She's pretty proud of herself. Good job, Amelia.
High five, man.
So, what are we drinking?
We are drinking today. I think this is the last of these kinds of bottles for White Winter Winery.
Available at our local dispensary.
Correct. Acer. Mm-hmm. It's a new one. Here's a little something about it right here.
Not about new. You haven't tried it.
I haven't tried.
I've had all of these.
I haven't tried it, and I like my mead on ice.
Well, I guess.
Whatever.
You guys. It for years. I like my mead on ice.
No, I haven't been drinking it for years. And
that's all right. You'll get there.
You know.
I understand that mead is a relatively new thing for you.
It is. Yeah, it is.
And you've now developed a taste for it.
Here's something funny.
What's up?
I went back and looked at our pictures at Thanksgiving.
Uh-huh.
That mead is not in where we get our mead. And it was, in fact, White Winter Winery.
From Thanksgiving.
Years ago. I have photos.
Sure.
I went back and looked at the photos.
Oh.
And it was a White Winter Winery.
Well, I don't doubt it. I mean,
and they don't have it at the joint where we get our mead.
Do you remember what particular...
I don't remember exactly what it is right now.
Are we frozen there, or are you frozen?
I think I'm frozen. Did we lose something? What's going on? Look at that face.
Refresh.
Are we frozen? Hold on. Technical difficulty.
No, we're good.
We're good.
We're good.
All right, so we're back.
We were stuck in time.
Oh, no.
What year is it?
All right. Who's the president? Is America still a thing? All right. So you've developed a taste for mead.
I've developed a passion for mead.
Passion?
Are you
going to call it a passion, really?
No.
No?
No.
Let's not call it a passion until you stop using ice.
I enjoy it. Yes, I do use ice. Yes, I get my rocks broke regularly.
So you call yourself a what now?
I'm a Meado.
Meado.
What the fuck?
TM.
TM. Yeah. Just being stupid.
And your newfound just let that one go. Your newfound
disposal's on this side.
Yeah, that's all right. It's not in the drain.
No, I see it. It's right there.
Yeah. We'll get it later.
Yeah, we'll get it to the dog.
So
we'll feed the dog because
you're Jimmy and I'm Sid and we're here. Feed the dog. Yeah. Like, follow, subscribe. Smash it.
Or share it. Or just press it.
Share it with your friends and make them subscribe and make your friends' friends subscribe.
And any of our friends that are what, do us a solid, man, and hit that like.
I can't believe that between the two of us, we only know 150. Not that, I mean, I'm glad we got 150.
I was also thinking, check
We
this
gotta
out.
have over 1,000 before we can monetize.
150 people. If each one of you guys give us $10 for Christmas.
For Christmas?
For Christmas.
In our stocking?
In our stocking. We will have the dough we need to get the switcher.
To get our gear.
To get the gear that we
Sure.
need to make it.
So we can do a better show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. $10.
$10 each.
Maybe some of you want to give 20 because some of you can't.
You could almost go like
Fair.
right to the link tree, because that's where Venmo is. Venmo is $10.
The link tree.
That's convenient.
How convenient.
I think it's over here.
Again, the links are below us.
It's over here.
The link, if you're looking, the link is below it. Well,
No,
okay,
but
I'm full screen.
If you go to the page, the Facebook page,
it says in the bar.
it's over. No, it's over here.
Is it?
I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, but that's not the page that the way they see.
Sure, yeah.
So it's below.
So it's like, no, it's over
right
here.
Anyway, dude.
Anyway.
I want to get the show started.
Anyway, yeah, let's get
I'm coming.
So your newfound enjoyment of meat has
influenced. Good word.
our show tonight. So should we bring in our very first guest ever? I'm gonna let you do this. I'll let you do the honors here.
Our very first guest, crafty
neighbor.
Crafty neighbor. Ethan.
Hey, neighbor!
Hey, Ethan's here. So Ethan, aside from just being a crafty guy,
Many things.
is also a home brewer. And what's Ethan gonna do for us tonight?
Gonna make some mead.
Gonna start a batch of mead for us.
We obviously, if you know much about the process, okay.
Why don't you come up here in front of the counter so we can see you a little bit better. There you go.
There you
Can
are.
you hear me a little bit?
We'll
Yeah,
duck
we
back
definitely wanna
behind
hear
the
better.
counter.
We'll hide like
We
this.
start doing stuff.
We'll sit like this.
I'll just scoot
So
off
if
this
you
side.
know the process much, we're not doing it all tonight, but we're getting it started. Yep.
So, you had some stuff cooking over here on the stove. What were you cooking up over here on the stove?
So Jimmy here, when we talked about it a couple days ago, decided to do a blueberry. So we got some frozen blueberries. We mashed those up. And we did a few raisins and a tea bag to add a few nutrients and tannins and some things that.
The tea bag kind of threw me too, man.
So what's the tea bag for?
The tea bag adds tannins mainly.
Okay.
The tea, and I'm honestly not too sure of that in the whole process. It helps the yeast and the final flavoring, and I'm not sure where it adds up, but there's a lot
So
of
it
aspects,
chemically makes other things happen.
basically.
All right.
I'll buy that. So
Jimmy
frozen?
said we're not introducing me as a master brewer.
No, not a
I'm
master.
a craft hobbyist.
Just a
I
craft.
do not know all the answers.
We don't have the clout for masters.
No, but
Yeah.
but our craft hobbyist,
He's very crafty.
pretty fucking solid.
Pretty fucking
I
crafty.
can make mead.
And you make beer, right? You brew your own beer?
Beer.
Beer,
Yeah.
good,
wine,
good.
mead, cider.
Did you,
I've dabbled in all of it. It's pretty simple once you get the recipe
Okay.
for one.
Attaboy.
Did you happen to bring us
We did.
a piece? A little something?
Yeah.
What do you got over here? Well, it's in a green bottle, so it's got to be...
And as you can see,
Something?
we should keep it fairly upright, not shake her up too much, because it's got a nice layer of yeast on the bottom, as homebrew often does.
Okay.
So will this batch that we're making tonight have?
Depends on exactly how far we go with it, but I'm thinking for a first batch, yes, it's very likely that you will have some sediment on the bottom, and we can go over
Do we need
how
an
exactly
opener
to
for this?
pour.
Or? It looks
We can pop it with...
You
got a lighter?
You got an opener over
I
there?
got a lighter over there.
I'll let you do it.
Same deal as the lighter.
Good job. All right. So we don't want to disturb the sediment.
No
Basically,
sediment
what you're
disturbing
saying?
here. You want to go first?
I'll yeah. Here, let me-
So just give it a nice, real gentle pour.
Sure.
So gentle.
Stay still, man. This is fragile stuff.
And here, go ahead and hold up. Let's
It's got a nice color to it.
grab. We got another glass here, Jimmy.
Smells good.
Go ahead and do this. Really, what we should do is this. that's
What's that?
all we got.
You got
Done, but
a little air in it?
we're gonna basically decant it. We're gonna pour it off, and this will ensure that the person who gets the last glass doesn't have a horrible experience.
Yeah.
So I'm watching it. You can see that little bit of wispiness.
Yep.
At the back
coming around the back here. Yep.
I'm gonna watch that. It's heading down.
And you can spill it on me.
I watched that too much.
Stop watching the glass.
Well, we got a full glass.
That's great.
And as I said,
Now who's drinking that whole glass?
around.
That's great. That's amazing.
So,
Ain't drinking without spilling.
that's right.
I love it.
So, oh, nice color.
Let me taste that. How was it?
Apple? Is there some apple in there or something?
Yes, there is. I believe that's a half cider, half apple.
It's yeah. There's definitely a cider quality. Not like last week's where we had the bubbles.
Oh, this is tart.
Yeah,
I'll take some of that.
That's what I said. I taste apple in it.
That's tart, man.
Yeah, it
So-
tastes like a cider.
You can dump mine right now. Thank you so much. Here's that bag.
We should have gotten a better picture.
That's right. We're
You
good.
know what? We'll get a decanter for Christmas, so we can decanter things.
$10.
So no. So when you're making the mead, you're not just using honey. You're using
Tea bags.
other flavors, but it's not.
Right.
But it's not exactly like an infusion, right? Because you're using the whatever, the apple or the blueberry or the raisins or whatever to feed the yeast.
There is some of that. And then also, of course, a flavor. But it's much different than an infusion. There are certain flavors that you want to add on the beginning and other flavors that you want to add more at the end. Because all your flavors are going to change during fermentation. You know,
Right.
it has notes of apple.
Clearly, yeah, I can hit.
There's notes of
like that.
It's nice.
honey and maple in the Acer.
Tastes like it'll get you fucked up.
But they don't taste. This doesn't taste like most apples. Yeah, maybe a very crisp one.
Yeah.
The apple juice.
It's kind of got a sour, like almost like a Granny
sweeter.
Smith, like a Granny Smith.
I'd agree.
So the fermentation is going to change all of your flavors, and there's some flavors that do better with that, and others that you want to add later.
I would drink a lot of that.
It's good.
It is good.
I would see a lot of hardcore the next morning drinking a lot.
I don't think so. I don't think it's that kind of acid. It's definitely
happen.
tart.
It's it's got tart in it, but I don't know. It's pretty
So-
fucking good.
Why don't you step behind the counter here and let's talk about this. Let's talk about this thing here. So we're gonna take the honey is gonna go in here.
Yep, you can go ahead and pull that off.
So we put the honey in here and the water, and then also the blueberry mash that you got going over there is all going in here with the yeast.
Check on this quickly.
It's not bad.
Yeah, that's good.
What you can't see is
Shouldn't
off
be, brother.
camera right now. He's making meth.
Yeah, it's cooking meth over there on the stove. We're gonna get totally fucking lit later.
Here's probably the first thing we should talk about. The first step, really, in the process that we did tonight was this.
And this is
That's
So
the
that's-
blueberry juice, right?
Yes, the
That's the-
juice that we made.
That has the blueberries, the raisins, the tea bag, and no sugar or nothing like that.
tea bag. It's nobody's saying tea bag.
Take a snort off that, man. It's not bad.
No, so there's no extra sugar. Just
There's nothing in there, no.
Yeah, tastes like blueberry and tea. So
Blueberry
yes,
tea.
blueberry and tea.
I bet you that'd be good on ice.
Fucking savage. I'm gonna get you off the iced mead one of these days.
I tasted the Acer without ice,
Yeah.
and I tasted this one without ice,
Yeah.
and they were good.
There you go.
But I like the ice, man.
I think you're hung up on it because the first one you had with ice, you liked it, and now you think you got to have ice in everything.
That's fair.
I think,
Not in everything.
I think
I don't
you
like
need
ice
to-
in my
I
water.
think it's because I like my drink to stay cold.
but it's mead. It's not supposed to be cold.
Well, fuck everybody else.
Let me ask you a question. What the fuck do we do that's supposed to be done?
Whatever.
Okay. I want a little bit of
So-
ice. I want a little bit of ice in my mason jar.
Bring that.
Throw some meat on top of
Clankety,
that.
clankety.
Move this. Bring that ugly thing back over here again.
This is called a what? Decanter?
No, that's the fermenter.
Fermenter, that's it.
Or that's probably not really a carboy. A carboy would have a narrow neck, be a more traditional vessel.
Okay, so this
but
is
it's the fermenter vessel.
this is more like what we were going to use as home brewers.
That's a more modern, simplified version.
Okay.
That's a design from Northern Brewer. They've got an incredible website if anybody wants to get into brewing. That's probably a great place to start. They got recipes and everything. Or if you have a local shop, as we went to, and we sort of made up our own recipe, but we got some supplies from a local shop. That's where I got this. But Northern Brewer is a great shop as far as I've heard in their product.
So I know a little bit about what's going on here, but so we got some gas exchange.
Yeah, no, it can breathe out, it can burp, but it can't take air in. That's what this does.
That's what's going on here. So it's like a toilet.
Yeah, I got
Like a Studevant.
Amazon.
A plumbing student.
And this is called a what?
I don't know, what is this thing called?
What's this thing called?
That's your bung.
Bung.
Bong.
You know what that hole that goes in is called, Jimmy?
That'd be the bung hole.
The bung hole.
That would be the bung hole.
If we had a barrel, the bung hole.
Why
would
are
be
you
it.
making fun of really the most important?
You know what? You laughed every time they said teabag. So
That's what
bung
got me
hole.
laughing.
So bung hole. Bung hole, bung hole, bung hole, bung hole.
You know,
You've got your airlock is the clear plastic part up top.
That's what's going on up here.
Yeah, that's the airlock. That keeps the air locked out.
And we have to like
You
burp
also-
this?
no. You gotta put the liquid in here, or is it, or does
Yeah,
it just
we'll
start forming in
We'll
there?
fill it up with a little bit of water. Some people will use like a sanitizer or vodka or various things in there to help prevent any bacteria from getting in.
Oh, we got vodka.
The other thing we can do, check out that other tube you got there on your snack bowl, Jimmy.
Put that tube in your bung hole.
Yeah.
Tube in your bung hole.
It won't go in.
Oh, it won't quite
You gotta
fit.
pay extra for that.
Well,
A little bit of butter.
so point being,
Gotta lube that up before you put it in your bung hole.
size, a little too big for that.
So that plug's too big for your bung hole then? Is that what you're saying?
I guess that's what we're saying.
See,
So you can
but yeah,
pop
but yeah,
that-
but yeah, but yeah,
you
that
can pop
go.
that hose in a smaller plug.
There you go. But
And
see,
that'll
but
go
then if
in.
you drink your meat on ice,
And-
you get
okay.
Point being, this
fucking
is
hot.
homemade. This is purchased from the brew shop. This
Okay.
is just a homemade drilled out cork.
Sure.
So
this will
you
do
get
it.
tubing.
And this does the same thing, right?
Yeah, but you're going to want to put this in a jug of water so that again it's bubbling through. Air's
and
not
nothing's
flowing
going back
back
in.
in.
Sure. Okay. And the bubbles come from the yeast eating the sugars, correct? Is that what's going on?
Yes.
Correct.
The yeast is eating
Yes.
the yeast is
They're
eating the
really
sugar
farts.
and creating the thing and releasing the gas. So little yeast farts in your bung hole.
In your bung hole, right through here.
In the
And
tube
sometimes it goes
that come
through
out of the tube in your bung hole. Smells Chinese. It's Chinese.
You gotta smell it. Make sure it's going all right.
Like that?
You want it to smell raunchy, but not horrible.
Raunchy's good though, because that means the mash is working.
There's something going on there.
Okay.
You can tell. That's good.
All right. So what is the what's the next step here? What we got going on with this?
So our first step, there's all kinds of different
This is
processes.
fucking good.
Thank you. As far as sanitization, different levels. Obviously, if you take like a factory tour of a brewery, you're gonna be wearing probably face mask and boots
But
and
this
jumpsuit.
This is clean, right?
We're doing it at home. Right? I sanitized this just a couple hours
clean.
ago.
Made in the toilet.
And there's alcohol in there, so.
It's not like we're making toilet wine.
No.
And
But we need to fill it with water. Is that
we're gonna
what's
go
going on?
ahead and trust tap water.
Cold water.
Okay.
Cold water though, not hot water.
Try and stay to your left though, because you're in camera as you're over the sink.
And where are we?
We're at Feed the Dog Studios,
Feed the Dog Studios.
where there's a sink right here.
Right here.
Let me just get this cork nice and
Out of the
nice and
bung-
tight.
Are
in my
we going?
bung hole.
Are we going to go with that? Or are we going to go with the?
Well, let's go with the other one because
I
we
like
don't have
the other- I like the
we
way
don't
you're
have a
doing
jug of
it.
water to put this.
Well,
in.
that would just be a pain in the ass because then you got to carry the two things anyway. Yeah, right.
That's what I'm thinking.
We'll put this back here.
But that's the everyman's method.
The tube in your bung hole.
Yep.
So every man has a tube in their bung hole
Every man can find a tube.
that fits in their
Easily.
bung hole.
Yes.
That's where we are right now.
Tube in your bunghole.
Gotta remain fancy.
Just beating that dead horse.
I know, right? I used to wish it would end.
Sit,
Up
sleep.
here. So we got water.
So
Now
we filled
water.
it up about halfway.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is a gallon, slightly plus.
That water looks clear.
Carboy. And
That
so
looks-
we're gonna,
That water looks good, actually.
we're adding 2 quarts or a half gallon
Of
of that mix that we made earlier, the blueberry sauce.
Is it ready to be added? Do we add that first or the honey first?
Okay, actually. A little honey. This is larger than, this is 2.5 gallons to account for some room to really end up with
So
a
you're-
gallon bag. But
now, as you can see, the methods that we're using are very scientific.
Very scientific.
very scientific.
And this is just the way it's got to be. You cannot mess around when you're trying to make the stuff right.
So go ahead and dump at least one of those in there.
You got that?
I got it.
You
Oh,
want
you
to
got some
have.
honey in there.
It's
Oh, 1 and a half.
scientific.
You get to dump half of one.
You get to dump. You want to dump half of the whole.
Good. You dump
can
the whole
both
one.
dump 3
I'll just-
quarters.
3 quarters.
Make it equal.
Oh, that's satisfying.
We will go ahead and rinse those out with more water as well.
Excuse me.
So you can go on the full side.
I'm about a little bit less than half.
Yeah, give it.
That's
give
what I
it
like to go.
half again of what you got.
Science!
How's that?
Great.
That looks like about
More?
3 quarters.
Yep, Jimmy. Very good squeeze.
That's interesting now.
Sweet.
So we're making.
Interesting brand of honey you're using there.
We're making.
You like that? Because we're not sponsored by anybody, and I'm sick and tired of saying we're not sponsored by them.
We're making feed the
Brand
dog.
X.
Feed
How's
the
that?
dog mead.
Feed the dog mead. What are we gonna call it?
All right.
Kibble.
I need one of you to shake that really
Shake
well.
it. Shake it like a Polaroid picture.
I need the other
So-
of you.
So shake it. I need to shake
Shake that really well.
Like
So-
a Polaroid picture.
Once we got all this shaken and like mixed up and stuff, how long is this gonna take before we have like drinkable mead?
This will take.
Let's be honest, that's what really matters.
You'll have alcohol in a week.
Yeah, but that's not drinkable mead, right?
Wait, but what?
Exactly.
But what's the
How long should we let this sit to have?
11%, 11.6.
You'll have something like that in a week, maybe 2.
That much?
Really? Only 2 weeks?
Yep.
All right. What do we do when we got this creamy honey foam?
Is it going in there as well?
Yeah, give me a second. Get this shaken up.
Whole lot of
Shaking the honey. Oh, honey, we love to shake. I'm getting all sticky.
I know my hands are sticking.
Reminds me of that time in Vegas
It's delicious.
when I got all sticky.
So you'll have your full alcohol in, I'd say probably something like 10 days.
11% we can get out of this? Like that one we made?
Maybe 2 weeks.
Shake that honey.
Something like that.
Really, we could have this in 2 weeks?
No. You cannot.
You can never have that again, bro. That's done.
What you can do is
God, that's good.
I know, man. It's kind of a shame. I'm thinking, I gotta.
Notice how strong Jimmy's right hand is. He's able to just keep moving that right hand.
It's my left.
Is it? It is your left. All right, so now it's going to go into here.
All of
yeah.
it?
So that was just to get pretty much every last bit out, get it mixed up. As per our scientific method, we probably do not have enough room for all of this.
So should we get rid of some of this?
No, I think. Let me see. Oh no, I think you're good, dude.
How many pounds? That was 5 pounds of honey that you put in there.
Yeah, man.
That's a lot of honey.
Usually,
That is a lot of honey.
All right.
You know what we should do? Let's just save a little bit of that.
Gonna save some of that.
A little bit of this.
Save some of this. All right,
If
yeah.
that was 5 pounds, you can honestly, I'll get you another. We'll make up a second batch for you.
Don't worry about any of it, man. Let's go ahead and
big bowl. Got a small bowl here.
in that corner thing is the Lazy Susan. Or you know what else I got? Hey, check this out up here. I got pictures.
Pictures of what?
Hey! So should we do it with the fountain? So
I think that's probably a wise idea.
There you go.
All right.
Hey ho.
Now we can control it more.
That's
So what we're
nice
doing here is
about
we're
this
draining
guy.
some of this mead or some of this honey
Honey and
because
water.
we have too much for the blueberries and we got enough to actually make more.
You got a lot of honey, so we're real sugary. This would be very, very sweet.
I don't want it sweet. I want it kind of like, if it was a little bit sweeter than this, I would have been mad, but
yeah.
close to this is possible.
Well, you're just
Okay.
gonna put ice in it anyway.
Fuck off.
Water it down. So I should mention, we've got the fancy fermenter with the screw on top and the little spigot.
Yeah.
If you don't have that, you can siphon out of, you can do it in a wine bottle, or a lot of people use like an apple cider jug.
Oh.
That's a gallon jug.
Okay, sure.
Glass is probably preferred because you're sitting with alcohol.
We want to go to this line here below it?
Yeah, somewhere right
I
in
think right about there you're good because you're about to fill the pitcher.
Yeah.
Good job.
All right.
Look at that. You're like
earlier, you gotta watch both of them.
you're like a
I'm like an
amateur brewer.
I'm like an amateur master brewer.
Master amateur brewer now.
Alright, so now we got plenty of room for this.
All right,
This is our
You showed him some of that earlier.
this is our
Yes,
this is
a
our
beautiful
that's
color.
this right here.
this is the blueberry raisin tea bag.
Yeah, perfect. So,
Because these lines mean something.
yep,
Got
we're
it.
right at a gallon right now. This is a gallon and a quarter.
A gallon and a quarter. The quarter. The quarter.
As in 25%.
As in
quarter
25.
is key.
The quarter is key
Of a
because that's
gallon.
for tasting.
Nope. We only filled it to a gallon.
Do you want to taste it at this point? Is that what you're saying?
Can I dump this back in here even though we passed it around? You want to dump it back in? No? All right, I'll just drink it.
I wouldn't at this point. Later on, you could. Once
Then it's gonna make me
I think
sick, is it?
I think I'm just a little curious. So I'm just
Oh, I want to taste it for sure.
just
Yeah,
gonna go
there you
like this.
We got a little tap.
So this is just the honey, water, and the blueberry raisin and tea bag. It actually tastes pretty good. It tastes like warm honey and tea.
And that's a great point. I did have that mixture on the stove slightly warm.
Yeah, you can see the
That's
smoke
gonna
when
help
it
to-
was pouring. You can see the
That's
smoke.
going to help to jumpstart the yeast.
The yeast. Okay.
You don't
Is there
want
yeast in here yet? Or
No,
yeast is
yet.
not in
It's
here
still in
yet?
my fridge.
Okay.
That tastes good.
I would almost like drink that by itself. Don't get crazy.
I'm not getting crazy. I'm saying the taste. It's
All
good.
right.
It's very honey.
Yeah, it's
It
good.
reminds me. It's a little bit more. Okay. Used to go to the farmer's market
Sure.
and get those honey straws.
The honey sticks?
And yeah, and you just bite the tip off of it.
Sure.
So it kind of just slowly gets in. I love that shit. This tastes kind
Well,
of.
I put honey in a lot of things. I don't generally eat honey straight, but I love putting it in my coffee.
Your coffee.
Oh, yeah, dude. Rather than sugar.
Bridget puts it in her tea, and she'll
Sure.
do like a quarter on the bottom of the mug. The more
Yeah.
honey, the better.
That's too much. I think
That's a
too
lot of
much,
honey. But she
But
likes it.
try it in your coffee. Just to know. And like, what do you usually put in your coffee? Like
Sugar in the rock.
2 scoops of sugar, 2 spoonfuls of sugar.
I got like a dessert spoon, a long dessert spoon.
Okay,
I don't know,
sure.
It's fucking stupid.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like using this spoon.
Sure.
I put, excuse me, 2 to 3 scoops of those.
Okay. So put like, I don't know, like just enough honey to like coat the bottom of your mug.
And
Because too much would be overpowering. And
no
then if you
sugar?
want to add your whitener to it, add your whitener to it, your coffee mate or whatever, and then put your coffee in.
I like calling that 50-50.
Whatever. Coffee regular. Sure, I get it. And honey. I mean, as long as you don't overdo it in your coffee, really good.
Really?
Try it. If you really want to go next level, put some butter in it.
Oh.
Yeah, man. Oh, butter in your coffee? I'm telling you, dude. I wouldn't have thought so either, but
Who told you that, man?
fucking good, dude.
Did you read?
I don't remember where I saw that, but yeah. It's fucking good. Put a
Butter.
dollop, like a...
I don't know why he died. He drank butter every
Like the
morning.
equivalent... Butter's not as bad for you as the fucking food
It's not
Nazis
good
have
for
said.
you.
It is so. It's just dairy. Whatever. We'll get into that at another time. There's nothing wrong with butter.
Oh, there's nothing
The
wrong.
whole cholesterol
I
thing,
love
that's all
butter, I'm just
bullshit.
saying.
So like the restaurant tab size butter, that's what you want. Anyway, Let's move on with our mead here.
What's next? Crafty guy.
Crafty neighbor. Is there any of his left in that glass there?
All right, who's the deal with what's left of his?
No, in the glass. In the glass.
This.
There you go. Look at that.
Oh! I'll split it with you.
All right, go ahead.
No, you go first.
All
I
right.
don't want to be that guy. You can just top me off.
That looks like about half.
Half enough.
That's enough.
Hey Ethan, I got a coffee strainer. Would that get rid of this or no?
Like a coffee filter?
Like a coffee filter.
Yeah.
It would get rid of a lot of the cloudiness, but not necessarily
Not the taste.
flavor.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
You almost want to let it. You almost want to let it settle out again.
So another 5 years.
All right. Another 5 years. So yeast, the crucial ingredient to making alcohol.
Yeah. And you can make booze that will get you drunk with, the supermarket baking
yeast.
You go blind.
Toilet wine. Toilet
No,
wine.
you won't go blind. It's, you can also use just natural yeast, where you don't boil to sanitize the blueberries and the tea and everything, and you just...
Did you notice that I got you organic blueberries?
I did not.
I got organic blueberries.
But that's
Aren't all blueberries
something that
organic?
we noted.
Aren't all blueberries organic? If it comes isn't everything organic? Eventually, at some point in its fucking lifespan, everything comes out of the ground, which would make it organic. Organic is a fucking buzzword that the food Nazis put in there to make you think that you need to spend more money on shit.
I couldn't get anything with any kind of preservatives or additives.
Okay.
And because it would fuck with the yeast.
Anyway,
Yeah, you want something
so what we got here
without
is
preservatives.
sweet mead wine yeast.
Got yeast for the mead.
So it's not just plain old brewer's yeast.
No, because that would be beer. That would be
There
hoppy.
are hundreds of varieties.
Really?
Of yeast.
See, I would not have. I mean, I guess I understand that, but I would not have expected that. I guess.
So this particular yeast will go up to 11% maximum.
Okay. Oh, there's the difference. So the different strains of yeast are going to yield different
That's
levels
one major
of
difference,
alcohol.
certainly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And then also, this one is bred to actually leave behind a certain percentage of sweetness.
Okay.
So even if there's less sugar in that blend, which I don't think we have to worry about, we've got a lot of sugar there.
Yeah.
But it will stop if it could only potentially reach some, because sugar content in this right now equals alcohol content in the end.
Later. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I get
Pretty
it.
much. Along with a couple other factors, but that's the main factor.
And are we going to add that whole packet?
No.
No.
That's
That'd be too
enough
much.
for at least 10 gallons.
So how much of that do we need to use?
1/6.
Something like that.
Or 1/10. He said 10, 60-10.
Yeah. It's not scientific.
All right.
The more you add, the quicker it will start to take off. That's not necessarily great.
That's not a great thing though, because we
As
don't
we
want
started to say earlier, the reason for this space is for when it takes off aggressively. There's already some foam sitting on there. When it starts bubbling, you don't boil a gallon of water in a 1 gallon pot.
Right. True enough.
Because it expands.
Because, yeah.
So you got to dump this whole thing out and then put in the measurement, or how are you going to do it?
No, you're
You're just going to eyeball it?
You got a knife? Oh, it's got a corner.
Yeah,
Yeah, just tear the corner off. That other corner.
No, I think it's just a crease.
Here, I got a knife.
You know, somebody.
A knife or a pair of scissors?
Ah!
Crazy.
Crazy.
Oh, I'm going to so dull. The old work knife. There you go. Just give it a good squirt.
Why don't you like finger that? So we like that much? How's that look?
Yeah.
So see there?
You know.
We're about that much.
You can't see from that side, you got to go to the side.
Yeah.
Dump it.
So
That don't seem like a
it
lot.
don't feel like it's coming out.
Because it's not a paste, it's a liquid.
Was there an inside packet?
I'll bet you there is.
All the brands are different.
There
I
most
think
certainly
that
is
was
an inside packet.
It doesn't have a. No, I
It's
thought it was
double. No, it's
Inside
double
packet.
lined.
You gotta preserve your yeast.
That's very
As
important.
Jimmy mentioned, you keep it in the fridge. And they often come in hard to open packages.
There's just yeast flying everywhere. It's like
There we go. There's the yeasty boy.
oh, that's the yeast. So there we go.
That's the good
That's all the yeast.
So what if I tried
That's
to?
what
What
it
if I
looks
tried to
like.
bake a
Just
bread
a
with
clear
that?
package.
So this isn't baker's yeast.
You
What?
could bake a bread with it.
Would you get drunk on it?
Unless you let it sit for a long time. Sourdough or something, you get a little closer.
Sourdough.
Easy, Tiger. You're wasting the yeast.
No, not. It's over the thing.
Proper sanitization, always a must. No, it's really not.
Hey!
I mean, it's, again, if you're trying
All right,
to
we probably
replicate-
put a little too much in there,
Yeah, yeah.
but we did spill some too. So
It's gonna be amazing.
If you're trying to replicate it time after time, that's one of the biggest things about sanitization. There's a little bit of different bacteria may produce a little bit of different flavor. But
so
if there was, just think about it. This packet's full of yeast bacteria. Maybe your knife had a couple bacteria on it. That walks in there.
That mutates.
That's a problem. But also, we're talking and breathing over this.
so when we drink this,
A lot of people would dump that back in.
so when we drink this later, we'll be like, tastes like Sid's knife.
Exactly.
I'm picking up hints of Sid's knife.
The yeast is going to take off because if you think about, the number of bacteria on a pinhead or whatever, the number of bacteria on your knife versus in this yeast packet, that yeast is going to take off and dominate within that mass pretty quickly.
Okay.
There's something to be said for sanitization and doing it right, but you can also feed the dog a little.
Oh, that's the name of the show!
See what he did there? See what he did there?
That was amazing.
It is tricky to get a screw down there. You got her. And then, yep. And here, Jimmy, pass that over to me.
This?
Yep.
You want to put some vodka or something in there?
You got some handy.
I picked up a bottle. If you open that up right there. Right there, second shelf down, right there.
Hey, vodka?
That ain't vodka.
No, that's whiskey. There's vodka up there, the Gordons.
Oh yeah, Gordon.
That's some
Yeah.
fancy whiskey, buddy.
Nothing but the best.
You want a funnel?
I'll just do it over the sink. We can get it close enough.
It is Gordon's.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Perfect.
All right, so stick that in your bunghole.
So this is how much that we got.
Yep, right after the little line there. Stick it right in your bunghole.
Can I go too deep?
I mean,
You can't go too deep.
Resistance.
I don't want to break it.
Jimmy doesn't like things too deep in his bunghole.
Man. I just want to break the guy's stuff.
You don't want stuff breaking in your bunghole either.
Look at the foam.
Well, the foam was kind of there already.
No.
But
What you're gonna watch for, some of it's because you just press this down.
yeah.
This is gonna start bubbling within the next couple hours. You should. It can take several days to start up, but in my experience, you're talking a couple hours.
Look at it moving already.
Yeah. Can we taste this?
Won't hurt you.
It's not gonna kill you. Grab the little thing there.
It's gonna taste
Okay.
like a little bit breadier version of what you had earlier.
Let's get a little.
It's what you had earlier with some yeast.
So we're gonna end up tasting it all the way along the process, and there's not gonna be any left.
At the end, we get a couple little That'd be funny.
So what'd you do there? Was it not?
When you let the water out, it of course.
Yes.
So I just like equalized it. It wasn't an issue.
I don't like that.
It doesn't taste too much different from. There's a little more honey in there, probably settling out a little bit. Maybe a little yeastier. So that's
what's going to happen to that honey. Is it going to dissolve?
well, the yeast is going to eat the sugars.
Yeah, so the honey's all dissolved. It should be all ready. It will break down inside of there. And the sugar from the honey, which is basically what the honey is, and the other large chunk is water. But the sugar will turn into alcohol.
Ethel?
No, that's the chick from.
Oh yeah.
Smart ass.
That's where you can make a mead from honey. You can add maple syrup, so you can make a brew straight from maple syrup.
I suppose you could make straight.
They're expensive.
Yeah,
They're fancy, but you can do that. You can do it from grape juice, of course. You can do it from malted grain.
Store-bought grape juice?
As long as it doesn't have too many preservatives.
Right.
If
Probably
it's got
better
a bunch
off.
of stuff that's designed to stop bacteria from growing,
That's going to kill you.
Right.
you don't want that in your brew.
Organic.
Not kill you, but
Organic. Syrup.
even though organic, if you look at the side of anything that says organic on it, you're still going to find a shit ton of extra preservatives, extra acids, all these things to keep the product from spoiling, which is what's going to keep your
Anything you can't pronounce.
But they're
You probably
organic.
don't want in your brew.
in your brew. So you're better off just like mashing your fruit or buying frozen fruit. Pineapple. Oh, pineapple.
And frozen is actually great because freezing or boiling for a long time, which is a little more labor intensive, will break down those cell walls, and that gets the juices and the sugars
Sure.
all.
That makes sense.
out.
Absolutely.
Huh.
Cool. So now, 2 weeks. This would be meatish.
You're gonna let this sit, watch it, hold on to that other tube, and if it gets too aggressive and starts to bubble through this,
Oh, that's why.
Why what?
That's why the tube thing is important, because you can add a whole the overflow.
it'll flow a lot better.
Just
through
say
that.
half of this pushes out. Is that possible?
That it gets so aggressive that it actually starts pushing liquid up through
Maybe
the.
if
Correct.
you jumped like that whole yeast packet into that, and then kept it really warm.
Well, he dumped half the motherfucker in there.
Yeah, but I also spilled, a quarter of what I dumped.
I would at least let it sit on a towel tonight. I might even just let it sit in your sink. You'll want to keep this away from
I
sunlight.
already made my coffee for tomorrow, so.
In the bathtub, maybe.
Nah. Well,
wherever.
I don't gotta worry
You
about it.
can
to the
move
tub
it
either.
over the next several days.
Now, if I do move it, just be gentle with it. Am I gonna disturb anything?
No,
Is there anything settling on the bottom?
it will settle within a day. or
Like
two.
this poor bastard.
You don't need
This
to-
is a shame.
If you carry it fairly gently, downstairs or whatever, you'll be fine. It's not going to stir it up.
But we want to keep it at room temperature in the mid 70s.
All the yeasts and all the different recipes have different temperature preferences. A lot of them originate from some country in Europe where it was 50 the time of year they were brewing it, and they put it in a cellar. And so that's the temperature that it brews at, and that's where that yeast
Okay,
was
makes sense.
bred, or, it's kind of like dog breeds, how much did humans breed them, how much
Right.
they just evolved to the environment of
Sure.
northern Germany, Alps, and their Swiss mountain dogs, or, Swiss mountain dogs, because humans bred them that way, or those were the dogs that lived well there.
I thought you were gonna dump that in your meat. I was gonna get angry.
Why would I do that?
I don't know.
Why would I
but-
fuck up a good
Check it out,
meat?
boys.
I don't know.
Look, dude.
Holy,
See, there's
holy
action
shit.
going on in
So
here,
there's
man.
already stuff going on in there.
Yep.
It's like sea
They
monkeys.
typically take
There's
Ever
a
see
war.
monkeys?
There's a war in here right now.
The
I think
yeast
this
is like,
might be the first bubble.
eating the sugar. Did we get a bubble?
You see it?
Here it comes.
Yeah, well, the first one already went through.
All
They're
right,
going.
cool. There you go.
So, good idea to maybe set it.
Don't put this in the fridge.
Nope. Keep it warm.
Second bubble. Did you see that one?
I missed it again.
Fucking dude. We got something going on here. You're missing it.
Keep it warm. Keep it out of direct sunlight.
So that
Don't feed it after midnight.
Don't feed it after midnight.
And keep it somewhere that if it overflows or breaks or something happens like
it ain't
that.
gonna break.
Whatever.
Yeah, shit happens.
Don't put it in the middle of your carpet. You know.
Accidents can happen when you put stuff in your bunghole.
Don't let it date a drummer.
Lay down a tarp.
That's very true.
Get like a big Tupperware
that,
tote
Bubba?
to put it in,
You
or
see that.
I didn't see
something.
You're right, I didn't see it. I was lying. But you didn't have to call me on it.
You've had a good view.
Cool. All right. That bathroom is warmer. Because
Maybe just put it in the tub, in the bathroom.
I'm going to put it in the tub.
In the bathtub,
That's exactly what I'm going to do.
And then you can even wrap it in a towel as long as you don't get the towel.
Why would I wrap? But why? Okay, why?
Keep light off of it, especially sunlight. I know there's no sunlight
light
right there,
off.
Yeah,
but the more light you can keep off of it, the better.
So
If
no
you can
light,
just-
period.
You got.
Shower curtain would be great.
So why don't you have a black jar?
They got this. Good
Because
call.
you wouldn't be able to
Wow.
see what's going on in there.
They got this really cool thing in the bathroom though. It's called a light
question.
switch. It's called a light switch.
I got a good answer for you.
Click!
Good question. Yup. That's very fair.
Pay attention. Pay attention.
You got
old,
lucky.
I collect old candy jars, and that was the idea, way back
You're
when.
just looking to be a wise ass.
That
You
would be
got caught up
probably
in it.
done in like a terracotta jar
Yes,
kind of
you
thing.
did it in clay. Because
Clay,
it was,
sure.
It was sunproof. It
I love
was
that.
better without sun. But you also want to look at it and see if it's infected, see what's going on in there.
Infected. What would it be infected with?
Off bacteria from your knife.
You mean he could have blew the whole thing?
He could have.
I don't think so. Like, my knife's clean. I cleaned my knife.
If it was infected, first of all, the fact that it's bubbling away says the yeast is working like crazy in there. And again, they're somewhat aggressive. They'll gang up. They're a pack.
Aggressive yeast.
Come
on, guys, let's go get
None
it.
of that pussy yeast for our mead. We only use the aggressive
The
mead.
aggressive
Yeast.
yeast.
Well, those brewing yeasts are bred to be
You see that?
extra
You see that
aggressive. They're
So this is
They're
like the dog fight of yeast going on in here.
it's like humans colonizing the globe.
What?
Those yeast right now
Hand-to-hand
are
combat.
just killing everything up in
Trenches,
there.
man. This is the trenches of World War One.
It's like a fighting cock, maybe. How about that?
Or cockfighting.
Only there's like a million yeast compared to like 100 bacteria.
So there's like 100 fighting cocks in here under your bunghole.
There's a whole bunch of cocks that are going in.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I probably shouldn't have
If it
been.
was infected, you'd probably see like a bunch of weird stringiness going on of different colors, and it'll look funky. But once you do a batch or two, if you Google it, there's pictures of what it should look like and shouldn't. It's pretty easy to tell. There will be chunks of stuff swirling and floating. It will get warm to the touch. They generate their own heat once they really get going.
So that's why the glass can break.
No, they shouldn't get that hot at all, but
All right.
You got enough vodka in here.
and then you'll smell it. If you
It'll smell like an
If you
infected.
smell
Will
it,
it
it's
smell like a yeast
funky.
infection? Like a yeast infection?
it should smell maybe a little,
A little sweeter than the honey.
It should smell yeast.
A little cheesy.
There's gonna be some function. You've got fermentation.
Cool.
It shouldn't be something that immediately
Well,
disgusts you.
we will keep you up to date on the process or progress
We do want to do a photo a day
of
for
our blueberry. I don't know if a photo a day would is it going to change that much over?
It will. It will. If you take a photo a day, you'll see it get really cloudy. Everything will be swirling. The yeast will be really active. The foam will expand up. You might want to get that other hose on at some point. Keep an eye on it. Or again, the bathtub. And just watch your liquid here. If it does fill up, that's fine. Just when it settles down, refill it with vodka or water or whatever.
Okay, now hold on now. When I put that hose on here, I just let it go into the plain open.
Nope, you're gonna take
Like a bucket.
what works really nice is like a beer bottle. Maybe a tall wine
Maybe
bottle,
like a milk
and
jug?
liquor bottle.
Maybe like a milk jug. You can poke a hole in the thing and put a little vent action going
Well,
on.
just
there.
with the top. It's fine. You just stuff it down. Like grab my mead bottle there. No, mine with the open top. Something like this, right? Obviously, you get the old raunchy mead yeast out of the bottom. You fill it with water.
All the way up?
Well, it's going to bubble a bit, so, wherever the hose goes to.
Okay,
and you just get the hose below the water level.
Okay.
Pull the hose out in.
Now, what's going to happen when it pushes it all out? Is it going to be?
It's not gonna.
It's
It's not gonna because it's just gonna bubble.
The bubble will escape and the water level drops back down. It doesn't.
It's not gonna erupt.
Yeah, there's enough.
So you stick one end of the hose in your bung hole and the other.
And in your beer bottle.
All right.
Cool.
Yeah.
Joe, you saying I can borrow this bottle?
Sure. It's got my mojo on it. I made some good mead, so.
Dude!
What? What's the matter? Oh, look at that! You forgot to.
Oh, my mojo.
Do it today. Tomorrow, there may be a law against it.
That's
Solid piece of advice.
That's the that's what gets flown.
I think do it today. Tomorrow, there may be a law against it. I think that's a fine piece of wisdom to wrap her up on. Thank you for coming and starting our mead for us.
No, honey.
We'll when it's ready, we'll have to have you back on here to
A gallon of mead.
to let us know what's
there
going on.
will probably be a couple steps. We'll at some point do a racking of it, which is pretty simple. It takes 5 minutes. We'll put a hose on the end of this and dump it into another thing. And that will just get a lot of the sediment out of it, help it to clear up nicely.
Sure.
You can let it age in there again. For as we started to say earlier, it'll be alcoholic at that point, right?
In 2 weeks.
It'll have the full potential of alcohol in it. It will be an alcoholic beverage fully. It will not taste great. You can add other things like oak and let it age and sit in that for however long you want.
What would oak do to define blueberry mead, though?
Well, you know how like an oaked whiskey or an oaked beer tastes. It adds that
Add layer.
oaky
It would add
flavor.
another
nice
layer of
aging.
flavor.
It depends on how
Another
long you age.
layer
it,
of flavor.
But there's a whole art to
Levels.
oaking things.
I think I'm
A
good.
certain flavor.
Yeah. Well, we don't have an oak barrel anyway, so.
But aging it will also help it mellow. So we'll put it into secondary. We'll rack it into secondary, and then maybe a week after that, we'll put it into bottles. At that point, you can drink it whenever, but just like a good wine, this mead of mine that we made when I first made it.
This
and drank
mead
it
of
A
mine.
month later, it was great.
How old
This
is
is
this mead?
2 years, 3
This
years.
is 2-3 years. But I don't got 2-3 years to wait, man.
Well, we'll get you several bottles, and you can sample them over the coming
And
shows.
save one
Cool.
bottle for 2-3 years.
All right, man.
All right, guys. See you around.
That's cool.
Thanks, man. So we're gonna punch out.
Yeah, and there you go. Have a good week, everybody.
And well, if you got some mead, you gotta
Drink it.
You gotta drink it before it's too.
Before it explodes.
What are we gonna do here?
Before it explodes.
Before it explodes.
We're gonna put this bad boy in the bathtub.
Yeah.
Before it explodes.
Before it explodes. All right. So can somebody hit the off button?
We want to go over back around there and don't take any shit. Us down.